Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. On our last video, we talked about what is hesitation, why learners are failing for hesitation. So when you're approaching a junction, what do we mean when we say hesitation and why learners are failing for hesitation? This is what we talked about on our last video. In this video, I want to talk to you, I want to show you how to avoid hesitation so that you don't fail your driving test. So I'm going to be driving, showing you junctions, what is hesitation and how you can avoid hesitation, especially in the driving test, so that you don't fail your driving test. Let's start the lesson. So like I said, on our last lesson, we talked about hesitation. What is hesitation and why learners are failing for hesitation. So in this video, I want to show you how you could avoid hesitation. Hopefully this video will help you so that you know exactly what is hesitation and how to avoid an hesitation. Many learners, like I said, they fail for hesitation because they are stopping or not going where they should go. Firstly, what is hesitation? Obviously, like I said, we've talked about on the last video. So hesitation is where you approach a junction and the junction is safe for you to go, but you are stopping. Or maybe you go to a junction and there are safe gaps for you to go, but you're not going. You are missing all the safe gaps and you will get done for hesitation, which means you need more practice on those, finding the right gaps, going the right gaps, especially on the junction, especially on the roundabouts. You give way on your right, and if there is a gap, what do you have to do? You have to give way, and if there's nobody there, if the gap is there, what do? You go. That's the whole purpose, that's the whole reason of roundabout, so that if the gap is there on your right, you go. Many learners, they find it difficult judging the gap, and they don't go when it is safe for them to go, and they are failing for that. I'm going to go right here. We looked at the mirrors, put the signal on, look ahead, there's no one coming. I'm going to go. Then we're going to go left, mirror, mirror, signal left. Speed is nice and slow. We go in. So when you go to junctions, so on junctions, there are two types, obviously, as you know. One of them is you have the stop line, which means regardless, you'll have to stop. And if it's a give way line, which is double broken white line, what does that mean? It means if there is somebody there, you give way. If there isn't, you go. Okay? For example, here, we're going to go right, mirror, mirror, signal right. This junction has a give way line, which means if there's nobody there, we don't have to stop. Now, we can't see anything because it's a closed junction. So we slow down, put the clutch down, push into first gear, and then we see I'm rolling the car. I'm rolling. If there is someone coming, I'm going to stop. If there is no one coming, there is someone. They're going the other way now. Okay. Second gear. So this junction, even though it has the give way line, we couldn't go because we couldn't see. Okay. So we had to stop to make sure the junction, mirror, mirror, signal right, the junction was safe for us to go. I'm going to go left neck, mirror, mirror, signal left. There's the car in the middle. I wonder what they're doing. Looks like they are picking someone up. Just going to wait and see what they do. Wait here and then push into first. This is known as meeting traffic, meeting situation, where there is no space for two cars. Before I go, make sure it's safe to go. I hope you know what meeting traffic is. The road is narrow and there is no space for two cars. Who's going to give way? You take the control and you give way. Find the gaps, go into the gap, and then give the other car away. If you haven't seen the video on my channel regards to the meeting situation, the meeting traffic, I would highly recommend for you to watch the video, because many learners do fail for this subject as well, where they keep pushing the other car and they're not stopping for the other car because they don't know who's got the priority. So watch the other video is on the channel, meeting traffic. At the end, we're going to go left, mirror, mirror, signal left. I want to look at the end. What does that sign say? Can you see? This junction, it says stop. So what does that mean? I have to stop regardless. Why? Because that's what the junction is telling me. Because the junction is dangerous, I need to stop. So I stop fully. Remember, you have to stop fully, full stop. Okay? I'm going to put the handbrake on. You don't have to, but I'm going to put it on. Go to first gear. That way it confirms that I've stopped. Okay? There's no one coming. There is a car. Took the handbrake off and I'm edging. And I went. And as you saw, stop. That was a stop sign. What does that mean? I have to stop regardless. Why? Because the junction was dangerous unless I stop fully. It's actually dangerous unless I stop. So I have to stop. By law, I have to stop fully, which I did. But as you saw, I put the handbrake on as well. Why? Because that confirms I've stopped fully. Okay? So the law is you have to stop fully. You don't have to put the handbrake on, but I did, and my advice to you is put the handbrake on. Why? Because that confirms. Because if you stop, and if your car keeps rolling and you don't stop fully and you go, you will fail your test for that. Remember, the car has to stop fully, a full stop. When I say full stop, many learners on my last video, they said, full stop, what does that mean? Do I have to put the handbrake on and do I have to turn the engine off? No, not engine off. You just stop, meaning you've stopped on the junction to see if it's safe. So you stop fully with your foot brake and then see if it's safe and then you go. In my case, what did I do? I stopped and I put the handbrake on, especially in the driving test. Do that. That way you confirm that the car wasn't rolling. Sometimes you don't know if the car's rolling or not. So put the handbrake on, it confirms, okay? So let me repeat, stop is by law. You don't have to put the handbrake on by law. But I did. My advice to you, you do the same. Why? That confirms you stop fully. At the end, we're going to go left. Right, actually, we go right. Mirror, mirror, signal right. That's the open junction. There's no one coming. It's a giveaway line. So what am I going to do? I have to look for the gap. If the gap is there, I'm not going to stop. Okay, the gap is there. Good. So what if I stopped on that junction? It was a giveaway line. I could see early. It was an open junction. There was no one coming. What do? I had to go. If I stopped on that junction, I would get done for hesitation. Okay? On this roundabout, we're going to go left. Mirror, mirror, signal left. It's open junction. I could see fully both sides. So I'm going to look on my right. Is there anyone coming? I'm going to slow the car a little bit. Go to second gear. There's no one on my right. It's an open junction. Okay? What if I stop here now? It was clear. There's no one coming on my right. So if I stopped, that would be hesitation. Okay? So if you say to me, yeah, but if I stop anyway, just to be safe, well, you're gonna fail your test for that, because the whole reason of the giveaway line is for you not to stop if there's nobody there. Remember, giveaway line is there to give way if there is cars on the road. If there isn't, what do? You don't stop. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole reason of the giveaway line, so that you don't stop if there's nobody there. So if you go and stop anyway, what's going to happen? You've just broken the principle, the rule of the giveaway line. Because the giveaway line means if there's somebody there, you give way. If there isn't, don't stop. Because if you do, you've broken the principle. I hope you understand that, yeah? Next on the left, mirror, mirror, signal left. I'm going to slow the car. So the second gear. There's no one. Look into the road early. Okay. That's good. Meeting situation again. I can't see anyone coming. There's no one coming. I'm going to wait, slow down a little bit for this pedestrian. If there was a car coming, there's no space for two cars. What am I going to do? I need to do the meeting traffic. I need to understand what meeting traffic is, which is if there's no space for two cars, I'm going to take the control and I'm going to give way to them. Okay? And like I said, watch the other video on the channel, you'll understand more. Next road on the left, mirror, mirror, signal left. Okay? And I'm going to off gas, cover the brake, and just brake a little bit. Okay? So we're in second gear. And I go in slowly, looking there, gently. I didn't even do nothing. I'm going to go left here. Mirror, mirror, signal left. Now is that open or closed? It's kind of closed now. It's a giveaway line. Now I'm going to cover the brake and the clutch and slow. Make sure there's no one coming. No one coming. Okay, and I go. So it's a giveaway line. It was closed. As I went near it, then I could see there's no one coming. What did I do? I carried on going. What if I stopped? What would have happened? That would be hesitation. Okay, I hope you understand that. There is a car coming, meeting situation. Okay, they're going to stop over there. And I went. At the end of the road, I wanted to go left. Mirror, mirror. Signal left. Cover the brake and the clutch. Closed junction. I can't see who's coming. So what am I going to do? Slow the car. Push into first gear now. It's kind of on a hill. And there's cars coming. Push into first. Okay, give a gas. Clutch to the biting. There's no one coming now. And I go. Mirror. Second gear. This one. End of the road, I couldn't see. It was a closed junction. What did I have to do? I had to go and stop first, see if it's safe. There was cars coming. I stopped, pushed into first gear, did the clutch control, rolled the car. By then they went. I had the gap. I carried on going. This mini roundabout, we're going to go right. Mirror, mirror. Signal right. There's a road over there, so I'm going to signal just after the road or the entrance for those shops. Now signal. Look on my right. So the second gear. I'm going to push into first because speed is too low. On my right there is a car. After the car, now I could go. I'm going to go really slowly. I signal right, but as I come off, I don't have to signal because it's a mini one. Remember, when you're coming off on a mini roundabout, you don't have to signal. And I'm sure you know that. If not, the video is on there on the channel. Roundabouts, mini roundabouts. You could watch the video. It will help you. I'll leave the links on the description of those videos for you to have a look. Speed is 20 here. Many learners, they fail here actually, many learners in this, because we've got a test center over there just around the corner, and this is 20. Test center is around 30 seconds away. Many learners, they fail here for speeding. They go above 20. So make sure if it's 20, it is difficult to maintain 20. So be careful while you're driving. If it does go up a little bit, maybe 21, make sure you go down quickly. Because if you don't, you'll get done for speeding. So if it goes up a little bit, it's okay as long as you calm down. If you keep it on 20, then you will fail because you're speeding. Okay? Test center, like I said, is just over there. The entrance there. It's that one there. That's the test center over there in our area. I'm going to go left at the end. Mirror, mirror. Signal left. This is a closed junction. And it has a giveaway line. So I need to go to the end, see if it's safe, then go. Okay, so cover the brake and the clutch, push into first gear. Okay, it's on a hill, do the clutch control. Okay, if I have to stop here for a while, I would stop fully, put the handbrake on, give gas, bring the clutch to the biting, ready to go. Okay, it's on a slightly hill, so make sure the clutch control is good. To the biting, take the handbrake off slowly so the car doesn't go back. Okay, I go to the line. I can't see anything. Can't see. This is a giveaway line, which means I need to give way. There's no one coming. There was a bus coming, but I had the gap. The gap was there for me to go. The gap was big enough. If I didn't take that big gap, that's hesitation. Okay, a roundabout coming up, and like I said, many learners, they fail for hesitation on roundabout because they're not taking the gaps. They're not looking early for the gap. If the gap is there, what do you think they should do? They should go, and they're not doing that. Okay, so we're going to go right, third exit on this roundabout. Mirror, mirror. Signal right. Two things I like to share. Number one, if you want to take mock test with me and you live in Southampton or maybe around Southampton, or maybe you could come to Southampton because that's where I'm based, and you want to take mock test with me, do contact me by email. I will leave the email on the description, and obviously it's here as well if you want the email. Obviously it will be recorded and it will be on the channel, and if you're happy with that to take the mock test, do contact and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. And from here, what do I need to do? I need to look early on my right. So start looking on your right. Many learners, they don't do that. Look on your right. Slow the car. I've got a few cars in front of me because they're waiting for their right. I go to second gear. Okay, now I'm going to go to first gear because the speed is too low. Okay, look on my right. I've got 3 cars in front, so I need to wait. Keep the distance from the car in front. Okay. So what's the distance? So that if they break down, I've got the space to go round. Okay. Look on my right. Okay, I need to find the gap. Now I got the gap. There's a car coming, but I've got the gap. Okay. Third exit on the right. Inside lane. I'm sure you know roundabouts. If not, like I said, it's on the channel. That's first. Going to third, yeah? This is second. After second is third. Mirror, mirror. Signal left. Blind spot. Blind spot. Change lane. And I come. As I come off, mirror, mirror, mirror. Okay. Don't take the signal off yet. The signal will come off automatically. It should come off. It's come off. If it didn't, then take it off. This roundabout, we're going to go first, second exit straight, second, mirror, mirror, second straight. Look on my right. Okay. Look on my right. I go to the line. There is a car. Now I've got the gap. Good. Did I stop? No. Why? Because I've timed it. There was no one coming. Mirror, mirror, signal left, because second exit straight means you signal after the first. This roundabout, first left. Mirror, mirror. Leave the signal on because the roundabout is just there. Okay. Look on my right. There is a car coming. I could see early. I'm reading the road. Now I can see there's no one coming. Did I stop? I didn't stop. Why? Because the gap was there. There was no one coming. There was one car coming. By then they went. We had the gap to go. At the end we go right. Mirror, mirror. Signal right. It's quite busy today. Plenty of cars in front. First gear. Got another learner. Okay. No one coming. No one coming. Did I stop? I didn't stop. So I rolled the car at the end and I didn't stop. It's not a stop line, so I don't need to stop. I'm going to go left. Mirror, mirror. Signal left. So there will be many junctions where you can't really see early on because it's kind of closed junction. So what do? You approach in a way so that you might have to stop, reduce your speed just before the line, push into first gear, let the car roll to the line, and then if you see there's no one coming, just do the clutch control and carry on going. So you don't have to stop fully. It's all about reading the road early. Okay, the more you read, more better you're going to understand whether the junction is safe enough, if the gap is there, is it open junction, is it closed junction, does it have a stop line or a giveaway line, all those things you need to. I'm going to go left here, signal left, second gear for the priority. Driving is all about reading the road early and understanding the situation. Make sure you understand many learners, those little subjects is actually very important subjects. For example, like hesitation, anticipation, meeting traffic. These are the subjects which is not covered by many instructors. It's covered as you are driving, as you're learning, but it's not giving the importance. I say that you should do lessons on those subjects so that you understand those subjects, you understand what they mean, you understand how to deal with them. Meeting traffic, hesitation, which we are doing today, also anticipation. These are the subjects that makes you a safe driver, makes you a better driver. And if you cover them and if you understand them, then passing the test becomes easy because you know how to handle those situations. I'm going to go left at the mirror, mirror, signal left. Cover the brake and the clutch. It's a giveaway line, but I can't see anything. Push into first gear. Okay, there's no one coming. Did I stop? I didn't stop. So like I said, it was closed junction. As I went near it, what did I do? Reduce your speed, go to first gear, let the car roll to the line, and then when I went to the line, there was no one coming. Then what did I do? I carried on going. Okay? Roundabout coming up, we're going to go second exit straight. Second exit straight. So mirror, mirror. Slow the car. Look on my right early. Look on my right. I'm looking. Go to second gear now. I am looking. There's a bike, motorbike. After the bike, there's another car. I got the gap. Even though there was a car, I had the gap. Signal left. Good. So I timed it. I knew there was a bike coming, and I knew there was another car behind the bike, but I knew as soon as the bike went, I've had the gap to go. If I stopped, I would have need a bigger gap. But because I didn't need to stop, I timed it. I looked on my right. After the bike, I knew there was a car, but I knew if I don't stop, I could take the gap because my car is moving. Sometimes when you stop, you need bigger gap because the car needs to move off and speed up. Whereas if the car is already moving, the smaller gap is good. Now on the other hand, make sure you don't go front of someone. Just because we are talking about hesitation here, if there's no car coming, you don't have to stop. It doesn't mean now you're going to go front of someone. Okay, make sure that it is safe for you to go. The reason I'm putting importance on this one, talking about finding the gap and going, is because we're talking about hesitation. Okay, it doesn't mean to say if the gap isn't big enough, you should go front of someone. Okay, that's important too. So the flip side is it has to be safe for you to go. Okay. So just to conclude, hesitation is where the junction is safe for you to go, or the gap is there for you to go, but you're not going. You're going and stopping anyway. Okay? And that happens for two reasons. Number one is because your judgment is not right. You can't judge the gap, and that's where you need to work on a little bit more. You need to practice more and work on more, because the judgment you have is not, you just can't understand how big the gap should be before you go. The other problem is many don't understand the hesitation. Why? Because they think that, well, if I stop anyway, it's better because it's safer. Well, it's not safe, because you're causing problem for the car behind. If you go to a junction where it is give way line and you're stopping anyway, even though it's safe, well, it's not really safe for you to stop because you're causing problem for the car behind. Okay, many learners, because they don't understand the hesitation, they think that if I stop anyway, maybe it's safer. Why it's not? If it's safe, you should go. Actually, you must go because that's what the line is telling you. That is the principle. That is what the giveaway line means, for you not to stop if there's nobody there. Okay. So I hope that's clear to you, and I hope when you go to the driving test, you don't fail for hesitation. Many learners, they do fail for hesitation. Okay. And like I said, we talked about the other videos, the meeting traffic, the anticipation, roundabouts, mini roundabouts. I will leave the links of those videos on the description for you to have a look. If you haven't seen it already, you could watch those videos, and hopefully it will help you to understand better of those subjects. I hope this video helps, and I hope you understand what is hesitation and why learners are failing for hesitation, and why is it not good for you to stop anyway, even if it's safe for you to go. I hope you understand all that. So I hope the video helps, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, please do give a thumbs up, and please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.